action. Joining me right now, Democratic Congressman Ted Lieu. Good to see you, Congressman. So on Twitter, you commented on this. You've called the anonymous op-ed a cry for help and its author a coward. So what do you think about Nikki Haley and what she wrote in the Washington Post?
Thank you, Frederica, for your question. Let me first say this senior White House official has essentially confirmed what all the books and articles have shown about the Trump presidency, which is that Donald Trump is unfit for office. But I agree with Nikki Haley that the way this White House official is going about it is all wrong. You cannot, in a democracy, as a staff member, not carry out the orders of the President of the United States. That's not how it works. What this White House official should do is try to change the President's mind. And if the President doesn't change, then he should come out or she should come out and resign.
So then does that kind of sentiment kind of fuel the fire of the president who says, you know, the Attorney General, Jeff Sessions, needs to step in, needs to investigate, you know, who penned the New York Times op-ed?
Well, two wrongs don't make a right, and so it would be wrong for the President to get the Department of Justice involved because there's actually no crime that this senior White House official has done. What the senior White House official should have happened to him or her is to get fired. But that's not a crime to not carry out the orders of the president. I also note
it's not a crime, but then you did hear the president express his concern that it could be a potential national security risk because he feels like if there's someone, if the person who penned this was in the room when the president was, you know, to unveil a plan that is a national security issue, he doesn't trust that person to be present.
That is not a crime, not trusting a person to carry something out, or if that person does not have the full trust of the president, because in that case, the senior White House official may very well carry out the orders of the president. But I also want to note it is fascinating that the White House is spending all this time trying to find the identity of the author. They don't really spend very much time denying the substance of what this senior White House official said.
And what does that say to you?
That is what is most disturbing. Well, that what the senior White House official said is true. And we have really a presidency that is in chaos. We have people who are trying to make the president normal, but that is not what these staff members should be doing. In a democracy, voters need to know how fully unhinged their president is. And to try to thwart the president this way is not good for democracy, and it's really hiding information from the voters.
So perhaps there's a theme to some of the content of that op-ed and what, you know, makes up the content of Bob Woodward's book, which also has very much upset the president. Listen to what Trump told reporters in Montana last night.
I'm quoted as a fool, because if you look at the way, I don't speak that way. I'm highly educated. I went to the Wharton School of Finance. I don't speak that way. They're giving quotes. Now, if these quotes even exist, I don't know. Do they make them up or what? They say they got them from a lot of people. Now, General Mattis, who's highly respected, said he never said that, and he gave the most beautiful renunciation of the book. General Kelly, the same thing. He said, I never said that, and he gave. And if you look, many of my cabinet people, many of the people that were quoted said they never said that. They never said that. And I actually said in the tweet this morning, I said, look, if I spoke that way, I'd never be president.
So, Congressman, your thoughts, because Bob Woodward has already said a lot of the quotes are recorded.
The president does speak in a particular way, and Bob Woodward would know that. We've seen the president speak for a year and a half. We've seen him speak on the campaign trail. And Bob Woodward is a person who helped the Washington Post get 2 Pulitzer Prizes. He's won numerous awards for journalism, and he's got hundreds of hours of tapes of these interviews. This book has a lot of credibility attached to it. I think that's one reason the president is so upset about the book coming out this week.
And you touched on this, you know, this year we have seen book after book on Trump's presidency, and now this anonymous op-ed, which really does underscore the same pattern of concerns about stability and impulse. So does this, in your view, you know, become gossip, or does it compel any real checks and balances?
The way the Constitution is structured, the check and balance is the legislative branch. It is Congress as well as the judiciary. And in this case, the Republican-controlled Congress has been complicit. They've done nothing to stand up to the president. But under our Constitution, you can't have staff members resist their own president. And so, again, this senior White House official should come forward and should try to change the president's mind or should resign. And then voters this November have a chance to change the makeup of Congress to get a real check and balance.
All right, Congressman Ted Lieu, good to see you. Thanks so much.
Thank you.